Hey guys, so this is my 23 40th anniversary GTI Mark 8 chassis. Gonna show you guys how to do the rear brake pads without the vcds scanner, because I know some of us don't have it, and I just went through a bunch of hoops trying to figure out how to do it. And after seeing someone do it on a Tiguan, figured I'd just make one specific to the Mark 8, since there's literally none out there, and hopefully no one else has a struggle like I did. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is get inside the car and turn it to the on position. And you're going to go over to vehicle, and then from vehicle, you're going to go to vehicle, and then from vehicle you're going to go to the little gear, go to brakes, and turn off your automatic electronic parking brake. Hit OK. And then what you want to do is just put your parking brake down and then turn the car off. Probably leave the car in gear until you jack it up, just to leave the so the car doesn't try to roll. Okay, so I'm trying to do some of this one-handed, but first thing you want to do is take off this clip. If you like push in, it'll pop out, and then you can kind of just do the other side. So let me switch hands. Or if not, use like a flathead to pry it out. Just be careful so you don't damage the powder coating on your caliper. So I'm gonna try with a, there you go. So that should get it out. Boom, so that's out. So once you do that, then you have to get the caliper off, you have two T45s, one here and then one there. So just need one of these guys, T45, and then unscrew that. It's a little weird because there's not a whole bunch of space in here, but just the T45 with the like regular size ratchet will fit. And then just loosen this one. The brake line is kind of in the way, but you can kind of press against it a little bit because it's on tight, but it's not like super duper tight. So just do that real quick. And then once those are unbolted, you can just pull the caliper off. Actually comes off pretty easy considering compared to other cars I've done. So boom, brake pads are there. As you can see, mine are gone. The car has like 22,000 miles on it. They've never been changed. I know on the forum some guys were saying like, how'd you go through brake pads that fast? I don't do like, my car's manual. I don't do like the whole downshifting thing. I rev match everything for the most part. Plus I hit like the mountains and stuff a lot. So that's kind of that. But yeah, they were pretty much on their way out. So, and just so you know, the pad with this little clip thing goes on the back half, and without it goes on the front half. Okay, so here's where it gets a little interesting, and this is what I was hung up on earlier. Normally, like on the older Volkswagens, you have the piston, it spins like clockwise, I believe, to retract it back in. On the cars with the electronic parking brake though, that doesn't really seem to work. So what I found in this other video was there are two bolts. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, here's one of them. Okay, so this guy here, and then one on the other side. They're 5mm Allens. Unscrew those. Here is a better look at them. So unscrew those. And then we're gonna pull the electronic parking brake part out. Okay, so this is it, it's separated. This is the unit. You're not gonna do anything with this, leave this alone. What you are gonna do is if your pads are low like mine are, then there's a possibility that the piston is like spun all the way out, right? So if that's the case, what you're gonna do is this piece here it'll spin it clockwise, right? Spin it clockwise until it stops. It might take a second. Spin it clockwise till it stops. There you go, mine stopped. Boom. All right, and now this is the cool part. You can pretty much use just a C-clamp. Mine's kind of sketchy, but whatever. And press it back as if you were doing the front on pretty much any other car. So I'm gonna do that real quick. So like, hopefully you have a better C-clamp than I do, but yeah, just like any other car, just spin it and it'll just start to push back in. Okay, so piston's back in. Now you can pretty much just put everything back together. So this will just go back on. It'll fit on the splines, on those guys there, and then you just bolt it back together. Okay, and just like that, we're back together. Super easy once you know that trick. I battled with this for like 2 hours trying to figure out how I was gonna get this to work. And I just did this side and I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, something like that, 20 minutes. So I really do hope this helps anyone who has to do this on their own without any of the scanners or any of the software. Okay, and then when you're done, just remember, if you had your automatic electronic parking brake on, go ahead and turn it on. I personally like mine on. And then just make sure your wheels are bolted down properly and then go for a test drive. Just a heads up too, while you're doing this, you may get a parking brake fault. Car will beep at you and gives you all type of dummy lights and whatnot. Once you put everything back together and start the car up and the car sees everything is back to normal, you should be okay. So don't be too alarmed about that. Really do hope this helped anyone who might need help doing their brakes. I was real surprised to see that there's like nothing on this, considering the chassis is like 3 years old already. But hopefully this helps anyone. So thank you guys.